This is probably going to end up being maybe my most important video. I said that for day six. Day six, this is basically a continuation of what I was talking about in there with where anger comes from. And for this, so I started to understand where anger came from. It comes from entitlement, thinking you deserve something when the world owes you nothing, right? That's the first thing. And also, I was starting to understand what the ego was and how we try to protect our own identity. And when expectation doesn't meet reality, that's the separation is what creates the anger. So we expect something, whether that's entitlement, we think we deserve something, and then we don't get that, and that makes us mad when it goes, especially when it goes against our self identity. So that's where I ended up at. I was like, okay, I understand why I'm getting mad. I understand what thoughts are ego thoughts, and I understand what I can do about this. Like, name the thought and then understand why I'm getting mad. Okay. But I'm still not playing Fortnite. So I know why I'm getting mad, but it's still not enough. And I dug really deep into this. So today I played 58 1v1s, and I just didn't want to play anymore. And this is the long like story about why I don't want to play Fortnite. So I don't think that I don't want to play because I'm lazy. Like, I don't think people are really lazy inherently, and I don't think I'm lazy either. Because if you want me to go like eat food, I'm not lazy. I can go eat food right now. You know what I'm saying? I can get off my ass and go eat, go to the kitchen and go cook something up. But when it comes to Fortnite, I'm like, you know? And the reason is I don't play because I'm trying to avoid my ego from being damaged when I lose. Now we know this from the last from day six. It's like when I lose, like the expectation versus reality, right? Like it hurts your ego, like it goes against your identity. And that's why I don't want to play. So we need to fix that. My identity and self-worth, so like how I feel about myself is literally based upon how I do in Fortnite. If I do good, I feel like a goat and I'm dancing to Pop Smoke music and like whatever. If I do bad, I'm crying and I'm beating myself up over it and I'm in a terrible mood. And this is exactly how we shouldn't be functioning. Is you can't let your feelings dictate your actions. In the first thing. And the second thing is the problem with your identity being based upon outcomes is that you can't control the outcomes. Sometimes you can do everything correctly and you still don't win, which is fine. And sometimes you don't even do it good and you still win. Controlling the outcomes is impossible. Of course, you can influence the outcomes. So, like, if I was put into FNCS, I would have less of a chance of winning in Peterbot, but Peterbot doesn't have a 100% chance of winning. Even if we run it back 100 times, Peterbot won't win every FNCS, you know? The only thing we can truly control is our behavior. So what we need to do, or what I'm not gonna say, I gotta stop saying we, is I. What I need to do is to build my self worth around the amount of work and reps I put in, not the results. So I was getting this sense of identity if I was doing good in 1v1s and I felt like I'm improving. But that's the problem right there. That is actually the problem. I should feel good by doing 1v1s. Like let's go, like I'm getting better because I'm putting in the work. Whether I can play 100 1v1s and lose all 100, but I'm still putting in the reps and I'm going to get better. I'm going to get better even if I lose, even if I win, because whether you win or you lose, you learn. And in that you will get better at the game. And one way I really realized this was when I played Kovacs. So I really love Kovacs. Like I would say I'm not like addicted to Kovacs. I don't want to like use that term because I don't think it really matches, but like I love playing Kovacs. I think it's really enjoyable. And I was thinking why? So a mindset I have around Kovacs is when you hit a PR in Kovacs, it doesn't mean in that instance that your aim got better. Like, and then the next scenario, if you have a low score, it doesn't mean your aim got worse. Your aim is like at a baseline, and it will slowly get better over time with the reps. And yeah, like the only way it gets better is over time. The more reps you put in, the better it will get. And the problem is I don't have trust in the process with Fortnite. Is I need to trust the fact that if I do 1,000 1v1s, 10,000 1v1s, 100,000 1v1s, that I will get much, much better. It's okay if I lose 100% of my 1v1s. I will still get better at the end of the day. Whether the result is a win or a loss, I get better because I learn. This is the key, is I have to trust in the process and understand that the reps are the most important thing. It's not the result. It's the reps, and the reps. And I will continue to get like thoughts in my mind, like ego thoughts in my mind. But the goal is not to, it's not like getting mad when you get these thoughts like, oh, why am I still getting this? I thought I was over this. It's about acknowledging them like, okay, that's a thought. That's an ego thought, whether you say out loud or it's just in your mind. And then you say, okay, yeah, that's a thought coming from ego. You acknowledge and you name the thought, which rids it of its power. And the last thing is, the reason why I still don't feel like playing is because it's been really rough. You know, like when I play 1v1s, because my identity is attached to outcomes, whenever I lose, it hurts. Whether even it, I can lose it just a couple times, even if the kid is not that good, it doesn't matter because in order for me to feel good, I have to win. And that is so, so toxic because you have to, you're going to lose at some point. You will lose because it's a part of the process. And if you can't handle losing, you can improve. And in the past, I've just had so many traumatic experiences from playing 1v1s where I just feel like a shit can because I lose so many 1v1s over and over and over. And because my self-worth is attached to doing good in Fortnite because I care about this game, I feel like shit. And I'm like, I don't want to feel like shit. And my ego hurts so bad. And that's why over and over, it's been reinforced over and over as a punishment. And that's why I don't want to play anymore. And the way I can change that, though, I can change the beliefs by changing the reality. So if I start to play 1v1s and I'm like, this is actually enjoyable, just like Kovacs, like, wait, if I do more reps, I'm getting better. And when I get better, I get my desired outcome. It's to become the best Fortnite player that I can be. So why not do more? Do as much as possible. Do more than everybody else. Do as much as I can. That's where like the addiction comes in, where it's like, I want to become like the best. Because if I understand that all I have to do is just do more reps, that I will get better. It doesn't matter if I win or lose. I just have to do more reps. And if I can change those beliefs by it becoming a reality first, I'm not going to try to trick my brain. It's just, if I play and I feel that way, then eventually I will want to start playing the game. And once I get to that point, then it's over. And I can't lose. In the end, of course. Like, the problem with looking at these, like, day-to-day 1v1s is, like, you're going to win and you're going to lose. You're going to go up and then you're going to go down. It's like stocks. But when you look at them over a 10-year period, they're still going up. Even if they crash, they still somehow get to a point where they keep going up. And that's what I have to do, is look at it from a broader lens. Instead of looking at it as a weekly or a daily, even like looking at the 1v1s itself, I have to step back and understand that if I put in the reps, I'm guaranteed to success. Of course, there's always uncertainty. You never know. And that's what makes this stuff like enjoyable. But if I trust in the process and understand I just have to put in the reps, then I know that it's going to just feel like Kovacs and I'm going to want to just do it all the time. So I really believe that this is the key. And I guess we'll just see tomorrow.